Hello world! I'm Eire with Saturn's Edge and you're watching more Persona 3 Reload. Yeah, we're... Of course, we're continuing on our journey here. The reason why there's been a 2-day break is because I couldn't get all my stuff recorded ahead of time for the week. But, you know, work took up some time and I've been arriving late. So I haven't been able to hit my, my specific time deadline. That's what I'll say. I haven't been able to hit that, and I feel bad because, like, I've missed out on 2 days here. But luckily, I'm getting everything ready and prepped for a while now. And everything should be set up just perfectly, too. I really hope this works. So, in this episode, already, we're just starting off directly in Tartarus, alright? Classic, just basic Tartarus gameplay. Man, that should be a quote. Basic Tartalus. Is that even a word? I don't know. Tartarus gameplay. That's what I meant to say. What a good life. Point is, we're doing the basic stuff here, right? And eventually we're gonna move out of Tartarus and do our own thing again. Because last episode, if you remember, we did some things with Kaz. We did some of his social link. We had a bit of a just really experience outside, right? And now we're in Tartarus to save 2 missing people, one of which we've already saved last episode, and the next one we're saving in this episode. Which, that should be really quick, and then we'd be back to the normal stuff. No, it's all normal. We'd be back to the daily life stuff. That's what I want to say. Man. You can tell already that I'm a bit more energetic than I usually was. Work ended late, you know, whenever I'm recording this, but I'm a bit more active because I've had, like, a lot of caffeine in my system, like, enough to actually, like, get me all prepped and ready. And I've had some time to just think about stuff and, like, just talk things through with myself and, like, figure out how exactly I want to do this episode and the other episodes that I have planned out. And I'm also planning out some things that are happening this week, and I want to check and make sure they can still work. I've got a lot ahead of me, so, you know, no promises. You know, just, it's gonna be a little thing that happens, or something. I don't know. Point is, stuff is happening, and I'm doing it.
Try to remember where it is.
You could tell I'm really killing it today with some energy, at least. Or at least trying to. Let's see. I mean, there's not really much I can talk about, not right now anyway. But I think something that I don't know. You know what, no, I want to talk about a mechanic here, okay? In terms of, like, a mechanic in the game that works in the psychology of your mind, right? Kind of like the thing that connects these 2 dots, right? Now, I gotta say this. You know, for a bit, I did a Tartarus binge where I cleared every floor, right? I did that, and it was over with, and we just did daily life stuff. But then they started introducing missing people. Here is what I love about that mechanic, okay? And why it works so well. 1, you get rewarded for it. I like a good system where it's like a little optional thing that you get extreme rewards for. Stuff that actually makes sense, right? But to me, the part that really works about this, okay? Picture this. First time I got to Tartarus, whenever I finally did, like, oh yeah, I did the Emperor and Empress Arcana, like, boss fights. I did those Shadows boss fights. And then immediately I took their keys that I got from them, and I used them in Tartarus to go through all the floors, right? When I did this, I binged it all in one go, or at least attempted to, right? The problem, I would never have an incentive to go back other than to grind for levels. That kinda sucks. Sure, you can get some XP and some money, but it's not nearly enough to what I would consider to be a fair amount. And for the most part, if you're grinding, you're focused on XP. You're not focused on money, which, for the most part, you get money as a side thing, potentially, from doing these battles if XP isn't offered. Well, more XP isn't offered. Or, completely different here, you would grind enemies to get their items and then sell them. Or, on top of that, you could just work a part-time job which would offer you a guaranteed 3,000, well, ish, every night if you're doing the coffee shop. And that's only if, one, the place is open, and two, it's like you're getting the proper amount that you need to be paid, right? And you're getting stat buffs out of it. You're getting social stat buffs out of it. There are better options for grinding money. But, so you'd think like, hey, I don't need to go to Tartarus now. I just don't need to, right? Wrong. Missing people come in here to fill the gap between each full moon operation. Which, if we go, we're gonna say full moon operation A and full moon operation B. You have these two time frames, that's like 30 days, basically, right? 30 days. If you clear all of Tartarus in, let's say, an average of 1 to 2 nights out of that 30, and you dedicate the rest of that to social stats and to like social links, right? That works, kind of. But you're going to be under-leveled for the boss. You're going to be underprepared for the boss. You're not going to have enough money, items, anything, right? And so, they have these people that you can save, placed right here in the middle at perfect times. Whenever you need to stock up and you need to, like, actually get, like, experience and moves and personas and fusions and all this other stuff that you wouldn't normally do because you're focused on social stuff, you know? I love the missing people mechanic. Because genuinely, it's a set of side quests that really convinces you to go back to Tartarus and unconsciously do things that you wouldn't normally do if you just binged it all in one night, you know? That's what I really love about it. It works so well. It really does. And honestly, like, I don't see many people talk about, like, mechanics in games that work like that subconsciously make you do things, that, like, have added benefits and bonuses that you don't even recognize until it's like, oh, I'm really thinking about it now. The game is actually making me do this, you know? That's really cool. Like, that's insanely cool. Okay? I stand by this. I think that, like, overall, I think I'm just overthinking it. I'm overthinking the mechanic. It's just like, oh yeah, it's just a side quest with little rewards. That's probably the intention. But to me, this is more than just the side quest with, like, you know, a little reward at the end. This is a side quest with a reward at the end, and you're subconsciously doing everything in between that really helps you in the long run. For example, I wouldn't think to actually fuse for Mithras, if I never went to Tartarus. Sure, it's in the side quest thing that Elizabeth pulls up, but I wasn't gonna do it. You know, I really wasn't. But Tartarus puts that in me. It does. Tartarus brings up personas, shadows, fusions, all these things that I don't normally do in the daily life. It's such a good idea to pull you back in. I love it. I really do. And in the process of fusing Mithras, we're going to talk about him for a second here. Now, he is a part of Greek and Roman mythology. Very important to know there, obviously. You know, yeah, I cover the basis, right? Now, Mithras is, or is it Mithras? I don't know. Point is, he's a sun deity who is worshipped in the Roman Empire from the 1st to the 4th century AD, and is the patron of Mithraism? Huh, it's actually pretty cool. Is it Mithraism? No, I don't think that's right. Mithraism? I don't know, it's a bit complicated to spell. The A and the I are right next to each other, so that pulls up a completely different sound for me. But I don't know how it was meant to be pronounced. He was said to be reborn after death, and a festival was held on the winter solstice for him. It is believed that Mithraism, the belief, was popular in the Roman military and did not accept female disciples. That is... Huh. Times were different back then. Whether Mithras was directly inspired by the much older Mithra from Persia or Mitra in ancient India remains debatable. It is today considered a mystery religion due to a lack of textual records of the cult, but many Mithraic temples and artifacts survive. Huh, that's pretty cool. He's said to be he's said to appear as a being born from a rock as an adult and holding a knife, which would be used for bull slaughtering, a ritual believed to be commonly practiced by the disciples in honor of the god. That is pretty cool. And I just learned about a really, what did they refer to it as, religion-wise? They referred to it as, yeah, a mystery religion. That is something pretty cool that I would not really have access to. Ah, man. That was actually really cool to learn about. I loved that. That was such a cool little lesson I didn't think to look up until now. Until I really get to know. And overall, I think he has a pretty cool design too. I mean, they got the whole, you know, him and the rock and the knife, like the whole appearance down. He has clearly a Roman helmet, like that's pretty nice. And by doing this, finally, not only do we have 3 moves for him because of the chariot link, I also got him leveled up to the point that that completes the one quest that he had that Elizabeth was telling us about for a while now. And I don't know why I was waiting so long, but frankly, I think I made the right choice in doing all of the chariots, well, most of the chariot stuff, ahead of time. That way I can properly, you know, do all this, where I can get him leveled up past that point and get him some more moves. Some cooler moves than just his basic loadout. I love it. Thank you. Overall, this has been a... I've said... I think I've said overall twice in this episode. That's 3 times now. I have to really keep count of this at some point, but I don't really care anymore, because I've actually made a good effort in moving away from that word. So, yeah, I'm proud of I'm proud of myself.
Of course.
Oh, man. There we go. So that's 1 quest down, and we're getting closer to the Persona Fusion milestone, not the Persona Susion milestone, which is completely different.
Very well, then.
Persona. It's just Persona, but just entirely phones. Actually, wasn't there a mobile game? Pretty sure it was a mobile game in Japan that literally was that, right? I don't know, I'd have to look it up. Ah, man. But luckily, 2 people saved, and we can move on to the next day. Ooh, what are they talking about? I could hear people talking. Oh, more unconscious people. And a lot of them were couples. That's strange. Were they attempting a double suicide or something? I guess it's kind of romantic to sleep for eternity with your lover. No, that is not romantic. Thank you, loud female student. I'm glad you agree. That is nowhere near romantic at all. I think, actually, man. Romeo and Juliet as a story is, like, pretty alright, I'll admit. It's a pretty solid story. I just think the whole romance aspect of it gets very, what is it? Overdone. Like, it's, what is it? People focus on it too much. The point of the story is that, like, this whole situation sucks. Pretty much everything about it is wrong. And it killed, like, multiple people. Like, this actual, like, drama killed, like, 4 people in, like, the course of a week. I think that nobody brings that up and they focus solely on the romance. And I'm glad that someone's actually, in-game especially, someone's like, no, that's not romantic at all. That's completely wrong. Also, it's cool that the missing people also have full names that they put in. That's pretty nice, I like that. I don't know if the names have any, what's the word? Meaning?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm going for. I don't know if they have any meaning or anything, you know? Oh! Cool! We saved a salaryman, and he gave us $40,000? And we saved a missing girl. What did she give us? Black quartz, but the $40,000 was a reward I wasn't expecting because I don't really look up what I'm gonna get ahead of time. I really don't. So that $40,000 came out of left field for me, and I saw that number and I like I dropped. I was like, what? Why?
Well, as long as you need.
Like, that number, to me, is completely insane. Wait, wouldn't $40,000 in yen be like $400 in US money? That's crazy. Well, at the time period, I don't know, but if we're doing like estimates where every 100 yen is actually $1, that might be it? I don't know. Frankly, I'm not caught up. I don't know currency. I'm not a stock person or money person or any of those. I don't know what I am. Oh, man. Anyway, $40,000 came out of nowhere for me, and I like having the money. It's awesome. It is awesome. Yeah, I can't words today. I was able to use words earlier, but like now I'm running out. I'm not running out of things to say, I'm just running out of words in order to say stuff. I'll find a way to fill it, you know. For me, I was really confused about what I should and shouldn't do. And so I thought my only option was to just hang out with Chihiro, because I saw that everyone else I couldn't go up a level for one. Until I later figured out that there is some points in time where the social link will like actually like be like, hold on a minute, you gotta earn more points with us in order to progress. So it's like hanging out with them one time between social link ranks. See, I didn't know that, and I kind of like having a rank up every time. But now I've learned my lesson after recording this batch of videos, and I am better for knowing it.
I never even wanted this job. Someone else entered me into the running. I didn't think I would actually get elected, though.
You could... Don't...
Oh, but I don't...
Can't you, like, step out of it even if people suggest you?
If I hadn't joined, then I wouldn't have met such kind people, like you or the president.
Huh. I thought, like,
You're
you could just
us.
go, you know?
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you're gonna flirt with each other, go do it outside.
I'm so tired of this. I can't even pick up my pencil anymore. But if you give me a kiss, maybe I can.
What are you going on about?
I actually skipped that part because I was dumb.
Come on, you gotta take this seriously. Don't you want us to go to the same college?
Just give me a kiss, please.
All right, fine.
You know, I never really went to the library when I was in high school because I just wasn't interested. I mean by like the school library. I just really wasn't interested in our school's library at all. And again, I already don't read, so it was like kind of like a double. It was like kind of like a double whammy of like I really don't want to be in that room, you know?
It's supposed to be a place of learning, and they're still just kids.
Whoa, Chihiro has morals?
So
I'm kidding.
As a member of the student council, that kind of inappropriate behavior should not be tolerated.
Damn.
We should notify the student council president right away and discuss this at our next meeting.
Like, shit, Chihiro, chill. I mean, I'll agree with you for now, but like, for fuck's sake. That was pretty tough.
If you're on my side, then I have nothing to fear.
Like, it's okay to be like anti-romance like that, but not like at that level. Like, keep it to yourself a little bit, man.
I don't mind if I get in trouble, but I don't want you to get criticized too.
Oh, well, good. Point is, like, I don't know, the school library never really interested me that much. But I will say that we had a really good public library back in my hometown. And I went to it a lot as a kid. Well, as a teenager, I should say, because it opened around the time when I was like a teenager.
I didn't notice the time.
And I'll be honest,
I'm going to be stuck here
it's
for
a really
while,
cool
so
public
you
library. I
can
mean,
leave.
there's just so much going on there, and frankly, I should probably get, like, an actual library card for the place I'm currently at. Because, I don't know, maybe there's just a ton of stuff I'm completely missing that, like, libraries have to offer that I just don't understand, I can't comprehend, because I keep associating them with just being book places, but I know that they're more than that, and I've been shown that they're more than that, and I just need to actually take action and do it, you know? Like, if I actually took some time and proved to myself that they aren't book places, like, again, right? Then I'd probably visit them more, you know? I know that they're more like, just... They just got a lot of stuff going on, you know? Books, movies, you know, in some cases they're like, they actually have, like, historical records and, like, pieces of memorabilia, depending on, like, town history, right? I don't know, you know? Libraries are just cool like that, and I just need to go to them more. And I'll be real, I have, I think I have David to thank for that. He really showed me that, like, libraries were, like, actually really fucking cool. Both him and his parents, because they did take me to the library a lot when I was a teenager. Because at the time I wasn't getting out much, really, and I wasn't able to get out much. And so the library was, like, one of the places to just go to, you know, and it was a short walk from my home, so it worked for me. It was really helpful. It was really helpful. So I have to thank both of them for that, because libraries are genuinely cool, and I just need to take more time with them. I'm getting older. I can go to a library and not be, you know, seen as a kid anymore, or seen as weird, because libraries are cool like that, I guess. I don't know. I think small town stigma, like, and small town, like, thinking can kind of get to you on that level where it's like, oh, I can't go to the library, like, what if I see people I know? It's such a stupid way of thinking for me. I should probably get past that. Oh, man. So, I'm learning more about these events with my classmates here, with the ones at the dorm. I'm genuinely going to try to do these more, because they have something that I completely overlooked in, like, the little rules section. Like the little tutorial hints and stuff. I just completely overlooked it, and I need to do these events. Like, if I want to be really good at what I'm doing, I have to be doing these events. And it's kind of tough, because I really want to focus on my social stats, especially my, my knowledge, because that's kind of in the gutter right now. That's only at a 3. I need to get it up to a 4 or a 5, maybe. And charm definitely should be at a 5 soon. I should really work hard to put it at a 5. Oh, it's Sunday. The Sunday program is here. Dun, 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 I'm going to do it. I do love the Tanaka theme. It's just so cool. Not bad. I do like that this protagonist, like, actually calls that theme annoying, but the other protagonists of future games, like Persona 4 and Persona 5, think the song is, like, catchy, or it's just, like, a song. But to our protagonist, to Minato, or, Arisato, or Makoto Yuki, well, Yuki Makoto, I should say. Not Makoto Yuki, that's the correct, like, lineup. Makoto's the first name. Point is, to our protagonist, he finds the song annoying. I like that it's like a small bit of characterization for him. I really do. To me, getting any amount of characterization out of a protagonist that's supposed to be, like, silent or, like, kind of just meant to be, like, a place that you could put yourself, like, kind of like a husk, it's just really cool to me. I just like that you can, like, see a little bit of character behind them. Especially noting that, like, our main character is, like, very obviously quiet for a reason. I think it's... If you look at most of his responses or reactions to things, he is very kind of clearly depressed. And so it's nice getting a bit of characterization that's, like, not just, I don't care, and more of, like, man, that song is annoying on the TV. Or, let's see, I think I'll respond to that one reporter in a minute here. But there's, like, a reporter around town that if you, like, that will ask you questions and you can give different responses. Yeah, this one. This is the reporter. And so, like, you just give, like, answers like that, like, where you're very rough with the news reporters. It's kind of funny to me, I like it. Oh, man. I don't know, I think it's kind of funny that our protagonist, like, might have some sort of vendetta against news outlets. Like, news reporters, he just, like, absolutely hates them for no reason. I don't know, it's just like a little bit of a thing that's just like, I note it, and I'm just like, that's kind of funny, you know? I don't think it's like funny in the same level of like, oh, everything's funny, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Like, it's, I don't know, it's just a little bit like, what is the word I'm looking for here? Certainly not charming. Definitely not charming, that's not the word I'm looking for. It's a word. I got it. That's the word we're going with. It's a word. Oh, man. Ah. Oh, yeah, I gotta go to the one, like, I gotta go to the one, you know, vending machine and just absolutely take everything from it, you know? Or take most stuff from it. What is special stationery? Oh, pictures. Oh, I don't understand that at all. Dude, you are like 40. You shouldn't be thinking about revenge. No 40-year-old businessman should be thinking of revenge at this current moment. You're not a superhero. You're not a Superman villain. Like, I gotta hear about this revenge website. Okay, Maya wants to play Innocent Sin Online with me. Finally, we might get a level up this time. I'll play the MMO. I'll play this one RPG. I do like that he keeps the C's outfit like hung up in the back, even with like the little armband too. That's pretty nice. I didn't notice that till now actually when I'm recording. Oh, I forgot Internet Leet Speak. Oh, but I also forgot. Okay, so I started learning more about this. I genuinely started taking more time with this. I'm trying to learn more about, like, emojis and kind of their history in both America and Japan and, like, other countries, right? So, to me, I'm used to, like, you know, like, :3 or, like, :parenthesis, right? But then I don't know any of these ones that, like, Japanese users are, like, more, like, knowledgeable on. Like, there's, like, an entirely new emoji system over there that I never knew about, right? And I want to learn more. I, like, 100% want to learn more about emojis across the world, because, like, it's such a weirdly unique thing that they would change up like that, right? But for some reason, the American ones are like kinda nice. The Japanese ones look so good. They really do. They literally look like the greatest emojis I've seen in my life. They're more accurate at representing like certain emotions than like I could ever attempt on my own keyboard, you know? So I've gotta try that out. I've gotta try learning more about this. Because I've seen some videos on it, and I'm like, now I really want to know, how deep does this go, you know? Like, I'm invested. I'm interested, I'm invested, I want to see more, you know? Mr. E is a teacher who's kinda above me. Mr. E. Mystery. Mystery. Yeah. Like a mystery. A drunken master, a reporter, a teacher. Yeah, no, the obvious answer is a teacher. Could be a drunken master, though. I do love that movie. I really love Drunken Master. I think that's a great movie. I want to watch that again. Wonder where I can find it. I'm gonna watch it again. A+ for reading comprehension. No, I don't want that. I want an A+ for basic skills. Yeah, you're a teacher. Cool. Awesome. Oh, cool. That's what's called venting, Maya. You can do that with, like, a real therapist, I guess? Venting is, like, a totally real thing that you could do. I don't know why you're trauma dumping. Okay, I shouldn't say trauma dumping, because that's really not what she's doing. But, like, but you really shouldn't be venting to like, a fucking teenager. Actually, I don't even think Maya knows that we're a teenager. I really don't think she knows that. Point is, you shouldn't be venting to anyone if you don't know them. Oh, man. Oh, the internet's a crazy place. It really is. Man. Thank you, Maya, for all of your internet leet speak and, frankly, the ability that you give me to laugh. However, it's time to wrap up this episode, okay? I have been Eire with Saturn's Edge. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Persona 3 Reload. And, hey, feel free to like, subscribe, hit those buttons, and share with your friends. I feel open to it. I really love if you know, just share with your friends. You get the point. You know how this works. You know what I want, and frankly, hey, sharing's just a nice way to do that. It's a lot less stressful, really. Stressful, that's not the word for it. Well, anyway, look, I'll see you all later, okay? Bye.